Hi, pile one. If you chose the rainbow moon, the rainbow moonstone, wow, having a hard time talking today. We're going to be talking about picking up some information on your journey to your future spouse. And so we might be touching a bit on your experience up to this point, but really what I want to do is kind of see from this point on, like what's going to, where your path is going, how your path is going to lead you and your future spouse together, okay? And then of course, you know, touch a bit on when you and your future spouse meet and how the early days are going to be and some good stuff like that, all right? So we'll just put this over here. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and get the tarot out. Let's see, pile one. Universe. Let's get 6 cards. Oh, there's one. Ooh, 10 of Cups. What? OMG. And then we got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Journey to your future spouse. We got, look at this, the 6 of Wands. Holy cow, you guys. All right, let's get 2 more cards for pile one. Look at this, Temperance. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys, I'm really feeling, okay, so let me put this over here, get these centered. Let's make sure you can see them. All right, so right off the bat, you guys are on, either you're ending a really difficult karmic journey or you're getting ready to. But I feel like most of you, for the most part, are right at the very tail end of closing a karmic chapter in your life, okay? I can tell you straight up right now, this is some beautiful, beautiful energy coming through, you guys. And so basically where you're going to be at in life when your future spouse comes in is you're already going to be in a place in your life where you're feeling like pretty brand new, okay? Like you're experiencing a glow up, you're in the middle of living your happily ever after, even though, you know, this person, like you're calling that in, like you're in a space, you're in a mental and an emotional space, okay? So you're in a mental space and an emotional state where you are already feeling that those feelings that you get when you're living your happily ever after, you're already there. And it's feeling, and I'm feeling like you're very balanced inside, like your mind and your heart, like you're very balanced. You know, for those of you that are familiar with inner masculine and inner feminine, I feel like those are very balanced, you know, for your energetic makeup. And you're just experiencing victories left and right. I mean, you're being recognized for, I'm hearing social achievements. I'm not even sure what that is. Social achievements. Like maybe you're going to be recognized by your community for something. Maybe you're going to be, social achievements, like maybe, do you have a goal or a desire to expand your friend circle, or are you trying to call in like your soul tribe? I just really feel like as far as social achievements go, it's like you're gonna be in a place where you're open to love, but it's not something that you are preoccupied with finding. And you've gotten to this space because you've been able to do the deep healing work. You've been able to close out the karmic chapters, and you've been closing out the karmic chapters, I feel, probably for quite some time. And you're going to be right at the forefront. You're going to be right on the precipice of starting a new karmic cycle, but in a good way. It's like a good karma coming your way. And it's right at that point when your future spouse is going to show up in your life. Now let me get a clarifying, but I feel like, so with this Four of Wands energy here, Four of Wands is often is like soulmate energy, but it also denotes weddings. Again, it's feelings of celebration, it's joy. So you may be actually, like, when you meet your future spouse, you may be celebrating some kind of an occasion, some kind of, it could be a promotion, you could be at a wedding, but I'm picking up that you're going to be in a very joyous, celebratory mood. Now, I don't know if this is just your normal state, like if you're just always feeling like this because you finally learned how to come home to yourself. You finally learned how to make your own self your home. You finally learned how to feel safe inside of yourself. And so you're just always, for the most part, like, you know, we all have bad days, you know, but there's something that I call an emotional home, right? You know, so you have a mindset, and then you have like an emotional set or an emotional home. And so, you know, for the most part, maybe in the past, you would have some, you know, maybe glimpses of happiness and joy. Maybe you would feel celebratory every now and again, but maybe your emotional home was fear, disappointment, not feeling good enough and stuff like that. Well, at the point that your future spouse comes in, it's like your emotional home, I really feel, and this, I know this for some of you, it's almost like that's not possible, but it totally is, because you've done the work in order to do that. Your emotional home is, by default, is joy and celebration. Like, you're just in celebratory mode all the time about everything. Like, you know, you're just in celebratory mode every time you see, like, you know, I'm picking up some of you love fall. Like, fall is like your favorite season. For those of you who are able to experience fall, like, because I'm seeing some of you like getting super hyped up about the fact that the leaves are changing, and stuff like that. And it's, you know, you've always loved, and I'm just giving you guys like an example of always being celebratory and always feeling joy. So you, like, for example, if you've always loved the fall, like you've always loved the fall, but maybe you've never, like, hold on just a second. Okay. But, you know, it's like that times 100. Like, you're like, oh my God, look at the leaves. Oh my gosh, we got to go out and, you know, we got to celebrate fall by going out and buying some new decorations, or, you know, go getting an, you know, like, you're always in that celebratory mood. And you can apply that however you see fit. Like, if you're some person that likes the summer, then you're just like, let's go celebrate the summer by, you know, go buying a new bathing suit, or, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? And so, like, see, I'm picking up on your energy, and that is making me feel like really super, like, celebratory and joyous. I'm just like, I'm totally tuning into, because the reason why you're like that is already who you are. You are already, like, your emotional home, your core is, and that's what I'm tapping into, you guys, is your core. At your core, you are somebody who is always just in a celebratory, I keep hearing like a party type mood. Like, you know, you're the one, and not necessarily that you party a lot, but that's just the mood that you're always in. It's just like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing, we have to celebrate it. And it's not necessarily celebrating it with like food and drinks, but it's just like, let's go to the store and, you know, buy some fall stuff or buy some Halloween stuff. And it's just like, you're celebrating everything. That's just your default. Oh my gosh, you guys. So it's like you come back home to yourself, and that's the moment that your future spouse comes into your life. And I'm hearing too that they actually mirror that back to you. Like, the way that you're just super hyped about the smallest things, like, and that's so cool, pile one, because when you're super hyped, that's a state of gratitude. Like, you are just thankful for even the smallest things. And that's partly why, you guys, not partly, that is the entire reason why your life is going to be so full and so abundant. And I'm hearing epic. Your life is going to be epic even before your future spouse comes in, because you've done the healing, you've closed out the karmic chapters, you're feeling free, you're feeling carefree, and it's just like you're in the zone, you're in the flow. And I see you constantly like grinning and smiling, and it's the most gorgeous thing. When I'm feeling you guys and when I'm seeing, I love this energy. I really love this energy. I am picking at as far as the Ace of Pentacles is concerned, there may be a point in time, like when your future spouse comes in, everything in your life will pretty much be in alignment, but you'll still be working on something in your finances, okay? So there is a new beginning that's coming, but I do see like there is still something that needs to be worked on as far as your finances go. And really kind of what I'm picking up on is you might be or feeling on guard about something, or maybe you're feeling like or maybe you have, like, maybe that's changing, because that's what, like, for me, this card reversed means. In the, you know, when it's like this, it's almost like you're having to defend yourself. You know, you have the upper hand, but I feel like there may be something that you know you're needing to do, but you're not quite doing yet. There's a new beginning at the helm as far as your finances go, but there's something that you're needing to do that you are kind of putting off. And I feel like there's a bit of fear connected with that. But the moment you deal with that fear, you guys, the ace, like that new beginning will be able to fully step in. Whether it's like upright or reversed, it doesn't really matter. It still signifies a new beginning coming in, but it's being delayed. And so your higher self is letting you know, it's like you need to take that step of faith. Don't worry about opposition or anything like that. It's like the universe has got your back, you guys. The universe has your back. The energy and the vibration that I'm feeling from you guys, nothing is going to touch you. Yes, you might experience roadblocks and stuff like that, but your energy and your vibration is so elevated, it cannot stay in your vibration for too long. It crumbles down. And so it's like, don't be afraid to take that step forward, whatever that step is. Don't be afraid of opposition. Don't be afraid of, you know, criticism or, you know, pushback or anything like that. You've got a beautiful energy here, and then you've got a whole new karmic cycle getting ready to commence at the time that your future spouse is coming in. So if you guys are just at the very, like, if you're in the middle of closing that karmic chapter, and you're still dealing and still healing and still feeling, you know, very raw and stuff like that, you have like so much to look forward to. And it's not just the happily ever after. It's not just recognition and accolades. It's not just celebrations and possibly even a wedding or even your future spouse. It's like the authentic you is going to be able, you're going to be able to fully embody your real self, your true self, your authentic self, okay? And at the core, who you are is somebody that is constantly in an emotional state of just joy and celebration. Like, you just celebrate life because you feel so blessed to be able to have this experience on earth. Like, you know, that may be a far cry from what you're feeling right now, but that's what happens when you heal, when you release the triggers, when you finally let go of the karmic chapters that have been draining you dry and sucking you dry of your vital force energy. You may not even recognize yourself in this moment of life, but it's so beautiful, the energy. Wow, you guys. I was not expecting that. Holy moly. All right, let's let's keep going. God, that was an amazing intro. What the heck? All right. Let's talk more about Pile One's journey to their future spouse. What is Pile One's journey? Tell me more about Pile One's journey to their future spouse, please. Pile One's journey to their future spouse. Ooh, travel. So it's possible some of you might meet this person while traveling. This traveling may be something that you want to do, and you meet your future spouse at a point in time when maybe you are planning your next vacation. Like the universe is kind of giving me a guidepost so you can kind of know when that time is coming in. Like maybe you're planning a vacation, maybe you're just planning like, you know, a trip with your friends or something like that, but you're going to be either traveling or you're going to be planning a vacation or something like that when, at the point in time when your future spouse comes in. Let's get some more. I'm also hearing that you and your future spouse will actually will be traveling quite a bit together too. Like I feel like, especially with this Four of Wands here, because it's like the 11-11, they're very much going to mirror you. So, you know, of course you guys will have your differences, but where it counts, you guys are going to be very similar. And then here we have Quiet Revel. So you're going to be so humble. So humble. Like, this person looks like royalty, and they're so humble about it. Like, so you're just going to be so at home in yourself. Like, you're not even going to need, like, yes, you're going to have people coming out of the woodworks, just kind of, I don't know, you guys, if you are a content creator of any kind, or if you're doing something, or I don't know, but I'm getting a feeling like a lot of people are going to acknowledge you and recognize you for something that you are doing. And this person, like this person here, like, you know, you're almost going to be like seen as a guru or royalty in whatever field that you're in. It's like, you know, you're the bomb's bomb. You're the bomb. You're the bomb of the bomb, right? You're top dog in whatever industry or whatever it is you're doing, but like you're going to be recognized for something. And you're just going to be so humble because it's like whatever it is you're doing it because you love it. You're doing it because it brings you joy. And it's like, that's the reward. The reward is the work itself, or whatever it is you're doing, the endeavor itself. It's like you don't do it like the accolades and the recognition itself. It's a bonus, but that's not why you're doing it. And this is why, like, the universe is going to just bless the crap out of you, because you're coming from a really true, authentic, genuine place of just love. It's like you're just pumping out love into the universe. And so that's what you keep getting back, is just love, 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 love. And you're so humble about it. Like, you know, you have a lot of people whose motivation is fame, is recognition, is acknowledgement, is, you know what I mean? And those people don't really tend, you know, if they do get off the ground, there's always like just problems in it. But like your heart is so full of love, is so full of joy, that when you are recognized for something, it's, you know, not that it's like it embarrasses you, but you almost don't know how to take it, because you're like, I'm doing what I love. You know, it's weird to get so much recognition just because you're doing something that you love. Okay. Oh wow, you guys, I might have to take a break after this reading, because the energy that I'm channeling is just like, whoa. It's all over the place. Oh, your energy is addicting. It is totally, totally addicting. All right, let's get some more info. I almost don't want this reading to end, honestly. All right, pile 1, journey to their future spouse. And I'm hearing like, oh, yeah. I mean, there's more than one reason why you're, ooh, I almost said your ex. So some of you might possibly, and this is a general reading, you guys, so take it if it resonates, but some of you might have like an ex returning. Okay, so there's 2 different messages coming through. Your glow up is going to be bringing a lot of romantic interest out of the woodwork. Like, obviously, if you're doing something that's bringing you some kind of public recognition, obviously past lovers or past exes or whatever are going to catch wind of that. And because you are in such a different energy, like you're glowing, you are radiant, and you're fully embodying your authentic self. You know, you're like a single star shining in like the dark, and so you're like a beacon of light, and so it's just attracting so much attention and so much romantic interest towards you, and a lot of that is going to be, you know, like exes returning, possibly trying to rekindle something. Now, a few, for the most part, I feel for most of you, for the vast majority of you watching this reading, your future spouse is going to be somebody you don't know yet. You've never had any kind of, you know, you've never had any kind of a romantic relationship with. But for a few of you, okay, this may resonate. This may be an ex coming in, where, you know, now that you've been able to glow up and stuff like that, the 2 of you are more like aligned to be together. Okay, that's just for a few of you though. Don't freak out if that's if that's not you. This is still your pile. Okay. All right. So here we have news. We got the coffin. Hold on just a second. Let's get one more card for pile 1, please. Ooh, we got 2. All right, so some of you might get psychic impressions about this karmic cycle that you're in that is getting ready to end or is ended. Like, I feel like, you know, like there's some of you that it's been very difficult for you to leave this karmic pattern or this karmic situation, and you're having a really hard time detaching, but there is a strong pull inside of you to completely detach because you know what it's keeping from you. Like, you know. And so this is just a confirmation from your higher self saying, yes, that's me. I'm the one that is, you know, throwing wrenches in this karmic plan. Like, you know, maybe the 2 of you have been going back and forth for a while, and something's happened recently where it's completely just like it's cut off, like it's done. And you might be having a hard time letting that karmic situation go, but you've been having a really strong intuitive pull inside, knowing the reason why that situation happened to completely end the relationship with you and maybe a toxic ex, or you and maybe a toxic, you know, family member, or a friendship that's been around for a while, or maybe even a toxic relationship with maybe a career or a boss or something like that. But there's a very important person in your life that you're ending a karmic cycle with, that you're having a really hard time mentally and emotionally detaching from, and your higher self has been coming through to you. Like, you feel it intuitively, like, you know, oh, that's why this is happening, is because you intuitively know this new beginning is coming. You intuitively know deep down inside that this person is not your future spouse, they're not your soulmate. You may even realize that they are a karmic for you. And so your higher self is like, yep, that's me. It's, you know, what you're feeling and what you are sensing and what you are intuiting is true. Okay, so this is a confirmation for those of you who are kind of like, you know, you feel that you, like you're picking up on that intuitive sense, but then your ego kind of gets in the way and makes you doubt whether or not that's really what's happening. And so that's just kind of like a little wink from the universe saying, yeah, that's me. That's me. I'm the one that is throwing a wrench in that plan because, you know, for whatever reason, you've been having a hard time ending it on your own. And so, yeah, let's see. Are there any any more healing that needs to be done, or what for those of you hot and cold, inconsistent? Okay, so then we have spread thin. Let's get here 2 more cards for pile 1. And this is probably talking about your karmic situation right now that you're having a hard time letting go of. We've got independent free will. And then we also have fire and ice. And so we've got twice. We've got the dynamic of hot and cold, see, fire and ice. And then we also have, yeah, so there's that constant push and pull dynamic, I feel, that is happening within your karmic, within the karmic cycle. That is ending, okay? And you may be feeling like you're really stubborn. Like, you might be feeling like you're getting in your own way a little bit because you've been having such a difficult time in letting this, and really just shutting the door on this karmic chapter in your life. But what's coming through, you guys, is that everything is happening in exactly the way that it's supposed to happen. You know, what they're showing me is like you're kind of like, you know, you're learning to walk, right? And so healing is never like a straight line from A to B. You know, you're going to heal, and then you might do a little bit of a detour. You might fall down. It might delay you a little bit. And then you get back up and you start walking again. It's not that you are, like, what is for you is always going to be for you. So you don't have to worry. Like, you are in complete alignment, both mentally and emotionally. It's just every now and again, you'll have those, I'm hearing abandonment wounds come up and kind of like cause you to go seek either closure or connection or something like that from, you know, a toxic ex or a toxic partnership or something like that. And, you know, your higher self is really just trying to get you to be like, go easy on yourself and don't be so hard on yourself when you do stumble and fall. And, you know, healing is not, it's not a linear journey. You know, it's not a straight shot from A to B. You know, this is just part of the process. And just so if you fall down, it's just okay. Well, just, you know, pick yourself back up again, dust yourself off, and just continue on your journey. And like, don't worry, because everything is happening exactly the way that it's supposed to. You are still going to reach your end destination, okay? In perfect timing. I'm hearing divine timing. All right. Let's talk about when they meet. When they meet. Let's talk about the moment when pile 1 and their future spouse meets. Gifts. Okay, so this is, okay, so I'm not really feeling a wedding, but there is some kind of gift. Like, there's going to be some kind of a, and for some of you it could possibly be a wedding, but it's going to be some kind of an event where gifts are going to be involved. Maybe it's a birthday party, a promotional party. I mean, it doesn't even have to be celebrating one person. It could be like a holiday party or something like that, where people are just exchanging gifts, something like that. Okay. We got maturity. Get one more card for pile 1, please. The moment they meet. Hold on, I'll tell you what I'm hearing. And I can't, I don't want to say it, but There we go. Oh, we got the spark. Then we also have security. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so how can I say this so that it doesn't make you too mad? They're not going to be an F boy or an F girl. Like, that's what I heard. Like, no, and literally I heard F boy. Okay, but obviously you can change the pronouns however you want to, but this person is going to be very mature, very secure, and there's going to be an instant spark. Like, the moment you meet them, it's just going to be like boom, like ignition. You know what I mean? And they may even bring you a gift. If it's one of those places or one of those events where it's like, the Secret Santa, or, you're just exchanging gifts for whatever kind of a holiday. Hell, it could even be like a baby shower or something. I don't know, but like gifts are involved somehow. But this person definitely has their ish together. They definitely have their ish together, and you're going to feel that and sense that when you meet them. You're going to see that they're no F boy or F girl. Like, this is a real, real man or woman or whatever. Okay, a real person. It's like you know what I mean? It's like you're going to sense that. You're definitely going to sense that. All right. Let's get some messages from here. Let me check the timer on here. All right. Let's get some parting messages from, okay, so we've got obstacles, unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement. So that's just more of confirmation from your higher self to keep going with your healing. There's still a little bit in there that needs to be healed before, and really what I'm hearing is like, okay, there's a lot of you that are not, like, you are kind of resonating with the part about your core. At your core, you're somebody who is very, very joyful and celebratory, like constantly in party mode, but you're having a difficult time actually believing that you can ever get to that point, or you may even be having a hard time thinking that's even possible for anybody. But that your higher self is just saying, well, keep going, that's fine. If you don't, like, you can see it kind of like, yeah, you can, like, it kind of resonates, but you're having a hard time really connecting to it. Okay, and so your higher self is like, that's fine, just keep doing your healing, keep going. Okay, because I really feel like you're right on the precipice of it. Like, you're right there, and it's just like you're almost there, so keep going. And then you got regret. Someone feels remorse for the way they treated you. Those are them exes coming through, or ex-partners, or ex-bosses, or something. And I really do feel, you guys, when your glow up has happened, like when you're right in the middle of, like, or after, like, your glow up has fully completed and you're living in that, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be regretful for the way that they treated you, the things that they said to you, the things that they did to you. It's like they're going to be, if they were ever in your inner circle, they're going to be wishing that they still were. And, you're going to be somebody who is very loving, very compassionate, but you're also going to be very protective of your energy and your vibe. And so some people, you might be like, okay, yeah, especially if it's an old friend or something like that, you're like, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But because you got really sturdy boundaries, you're like, if they show their what again, then you're just gonna be like, okay, you're not in alignment with who I am and what I'm trying to do. And so, you know what I mean? And so you're not going to, like, outright reject everyone that tries to return into your life. That's not just going to be in your nature. Like, you've got a really solid set of boundaries. And so right off the bat, you're going to know, yeah, this person, I'll give this person the benefit of the doubt, This person, no, heck no, not no, that person's toxic. I can smell that from a mile away. You know what I mean? And then here we got chemistry. The attraction you feel is mutual. And I feel this is more talking about you, like your energy. You know, your energy is going to be so attractive. You're going to be pulling attention from everyone around you, not just you know, not just romantic interest, but I mean, you know, if you're doing something in the public eye, I mean, you're going to be attracting like interest from different, you know, business owners or companies, or, you know, people wanting to do business with you or something like that. It's just like your energy is just going to be so nourishing and so high vibration. It is. It's just going to, you're going to be like a magnet. That's what it is. You're just going to be, you know, pulling every, you know, just people's eyes are going to be on you. And obviously when you do meet your future spouse with the spark card here, it's going to be mutual. So like you're going to feel it, they're going to feel it. And I'm hearing like, you know, I'm trying to figure out how to put this so that it doesn't sound like you're a prize to them, but you're not an object to them, but they're going to feel like the luckiest person on earth to have your attention, because they know that you've got everyone's attention, like everyone's eyes are on you, but they're going to feel very blessed, even lucky to be like, you know, your eyes are on them. Okay. All right, you guys, those were your messages. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you do, please do me a favor and smash the like button, comment, share, subscribe, but only if you feel led to do so. And I will see you during another reading. Thanks, you guys. Hey, pile 2. If you chose the Rhodonite Palm Stone, this is your reading. And today we're going to be looking at the journey to your future spouse. And so we may be touching on a little bit of your past, but basically what we're going to be looking at is from this point forward, like your journey to actually meeting them, like where you're what point in your life that you're going to be at, you know, the path that you're going to be on that ends up leading you right into your future spouse. And then of course getting some information on the early, like the first moment and you know, those early days. Okay, so pile 2. For pile 2, let's get 6 cards for pile 2. Tell me about their journey to their future spouse. Pile 2, journey to their future spouse. Pile 2's journey to their future spouse, please. Pile 2's journey to their future spouse. Pile 2's journey to their future spouse. Let's get 6 cards, please. Pile 2, please. That's too many. That one wants to stay. Ooh, Ace of Swords, okay. Pile 2 to the future spouse. Actually, this needs to go here, that needs to go there, that gotta go there. Pile 2's journey to their future spouse. One more. Okay, so again, I got an extra one. All right, you guys. So we got the 2 of Wands, we got the Ace of Swords, the Fool in reverse, the Hierophant, the Page of Wands, Justice reversed, and then we've got the High Priestess in reverse. Okay, so these over here. It feels like you're in some kind of a transition and you're not, and I'm only giggling or laughing or smirking because I know exactly what this feels like, but you're kind of in a space where you have a decision to make. You're kind of in the middle of a transition. So there's either like a decision you need to make or a fork in the road, or you're in the middle of a transition and you have no idea what's coming next. And so clarity is going to be coming though. Clarity is getting ready to come in. So it's almost like right now, if you're feeling kind of blinded, like you're having to rely on like what's coming through is blind faith, you're like, clarity is going to be coming very soon. Very soon. The Ace of Swords, that energy is very, very swift, and it's very, very clear, and it's concise, okay? But I also feel like you guys are kind of, you're resisting, like, and this may be why you're having like a really hard time. You might be entangled with, or in the middle of a karmic, cycle with either a long-term partner, somebody you've been with for a while, or someone that you may possibly be married to, maybe you got engaged to. Like this person it wasn't just like a 6-month or a 1-year thing. Like for most of you, this is a significant person in your life, and they've been in your life for a while. Now, if they haven't been in your life for a while, then maybe the two of you have been married, gotten engaged, but it's like there's some kind of how do you say it? It's something very official about this relationship, with this karmic person, okay? And this person feels like their energy feels very, I mean, they feel very energetic, they feel very vibrant, but that energy is very immature. And I don't necessarily mean like, or underdeveloped, I should say. I'm not saying that they're immature in a sense of being mentally or emotionally immature, but it's almost like maybe they have a thing where they start stuff, like they'll start things and they never finish. Like they're all about taking action, but it's actually finishing. You know what I mean? Like that energy is very underdeveloped, and they're very unbalanced. Okay? And sometimes it's just like they act without thinking. And this High Priestess in reverse, you're ignoring your inner guidance about something. It might be about this karmic. You're feeling a pull in a sense from your inner self, from your higher self, or from your intuition, whatever you want to call it, that you're needing to go a certain way, and maybe out of fear, because you don't know what the next phase holds. It's like you're kind of hanging back, you're resisting. Let's get some clarification cards for it. Oh, and then we got the Knight of Swords in reverse. What else was wanting to come out? No, that was just that one. Yeah, so this person may have just treated you like crap. Pile 2. And you know that. And you can sense that this karmic cycle needs to come to a close. And you know what, Pile 2? This pile feels like it's almost piggybacking off of Pile 1. So if you felt drawn to Pile 1 at all, go back to Pile 1 and watch that one, because this feels like it's somewhat involved in Pile 1's energy as well. All right. But I feel like your future spouse, your future spouse is not going to be able to come in until this situation, like you're done with this situation. Like, I feel like, okay, so there's two different things here. Maybe you haven't gotten the clarity yet that you needed, or maybe you actually got a very clear, like you have a clear sense and a clear knowing that this needs to end before you know, your true soulmate. Like, I feel like some of you are kind of stuck on like this person, like the karmic being a possible twin flame, but that's not what it is. It's a karmic, or it's a false twin flame. It's like, because you feel so intensely about this person, it's almost like you have a sense that there's no way that you could ever feel that way about somebody else. And so it's almost like you're having a hard time letting the next cycle start, because this person cannot follow you until that next cycle. And I know this is supposed to be about a journey to your future spouse, but this is kind of like an urgent message coming through from the universe or from your higher self, that you need to listen. You need to listen to your inner guidance and your inner knowing. And yes, you don't know what the future holds, but that's where faith in the universe and trust in the universe or God or source comes in. You have to have faith that honest and real love doesn't hurt like that. Ego wounds hurt like that, and soul level wounds hurt like that, and karmic patterns and situations hurt like that, but real, honest, true soul level love does not hurt like that. And the one that's coming in is going to be a complete 180, the exact opposite of this. But you have to do the hard thing and close the door on this karmic, on the chapter with this karmic, and let this one go, because it's gonna get worse, you guys. Like, if you continue to if you continue to engage with this person, like, they're going from the Page of Wands to the Knight of Swords reversed. Like, I really feel this could possibly, and this is a trigger warning, you guys, and this may or may not resonate, and that's okay. Just take what resonates. This is a general reading. But if you continue to ignore the guidance of your higher self, things could get really bad. Okay, so there's two things. It's like there's a couple of things coming through. So one of them is that things between you and this karmic could get really, really bad. Okay, like this person could become very abusive. They could become very critical. It's like, however you think you're hurting now, it's like it could possibly get worse. Something else that's coming through is like, if you continue to deny the guidance of the universe or your higher self, it's almost like, because you actually want what's best for you, right? You want what's in your best and highest good, but you are ignoring the inner guidance, and because you're having a hard time. And I understand that. Like, I've done it too, right? And so I understand this sense where it's like, okay, if you don't shut the door on it, the universe is going to move and shut the door for you, and that may cause you even greater pain. But either way, it's like the universe is going to move and rearrange itself so that you're able to put an end to this karmic situation and allow what was truly meant for you to come in. Okay, so both of those scenarios could be true for you, or maybe you resonate with one more than the other. But like, the gist of this message here is like, yes, you don't know what the future holds. You don't know when your future spouse is coming in, but as far as divine timing goes, it's not a matter of like, oh, they're going to come in 6 months, they're going to come in a year. The timing really depends on you and your willingness and your and following through with letting this person go. Like, if you are able to do the healing, clear out the triggers, clear out anything in your vibe that, you know, attracted this person to you. If you do that in 6 months, well, then that's when you're going to meet your future spouses, in 6 months or maybe 9 months or something like that. Okay. Anyway, yeah. All right, let's get some more messages. Okay, so that was just basically guidance from the universe, but now we're actually going to be talking about your future spouse. Journey to the future spouse. Oh, that doesn't belong there, does it? How did that get in there? Okay, all right. Pile 2's journey to their future spouse, please. Pile 2's journey to their future spouse, please. All right, so we got Justice. So this is all about balance. okay? And it could be actually talking about, you know, justice as far as the legal system goes, and for blah, blah, blah. Because we got justice twice, and so obviously it's like this is the universe's way of letting you know, yeah, your future spouse is not this person. They are actually the exact opposite, because here we got justice in reverse, and then we've got justice upright, right? Like, this person's very imbalanced. For many of you, this person is very toxic. Your future spouse is very, very balanced, very fair, very responsible. And then we also have freedom. Yes. So we got justice and freedom coming through. Like, I do feel like you guys are, you know, going to be able to close the door on this karmic situation. And at the time that you meet your future spouse, you're already going to be in this feeling. Like, you yourself are going to be feeling very balanced. You're going to be you're going to be feeling very free. Like, I know right now you may be feeling like you just can't seem to get untangled from this situation, but you will, okay? You absolutely will. You just have to, you know, do the work, clear out the trauma, clear out the triggers, you know, clear out the vibe of all the yuckiness, and you'll get there. All right, pile 2's journey to their future spouse. Pile 2's journey to their future spouse, please. You guys keep getting 2 cards popping out, man. Your higher self is talking. All right, here we go. Yep, we got patterns, and then we got moving on. So that's when your future spouse is going to be coming in, you guys, is when you've let go of this karmic pattern and you've moved on. Now, I'm not saying you have to be 100% moved on, but you need to be at least detached from where it's like your energy and their energy are no longer like so entangled, so intertwined. Like, you know, you still may be dealing with, you know, clearing out just outdated mental patterns and stuff like that, but your souls are not, like, I feel like you and this karmic person, like, your souls are still intertwined. And that's why you're having such a hard time detaching, because it's very difficult to detach mentally and emotionally when your soul, like a soul tie, like your souls are intertwined. And so that's where you have to start the healing, is, you know what I mean, is separating your energy from theirs. And really what you can do for that, you guys, and this is just part of it, okay, but really what you can do for that, you guys, is just you during a meditation, it's like you drain all of their energy out of you and you send it back to them, and then you call back your energy that they have back to yourself. Okay, I mean, you can do it as any kind of a ritual as you want to. Maybe look up YouTube videos about how to cut soul ties and stuff like that. And then, you know, maybe check out the video, and I'll see if I'll link it below, below your timestamp pile 2. Let me write that down, or I will forget. The Broken Heart Syndrome video that I just posted right before this one. So pile 2, Broken Heart Syndrome video. Okay. All right, good deal. All right, let's talk more about pile 2 journey. Okay, let's talk about the moment they actually meet their future spouse. The moment they actually meet their future spouse. Pile 2, the moment you meet your future spouse. I'm actually hearing that you're going to know them. Like, they might be in your friend circle, they might be like an acquaintance, like you're going to know them before you guys actually start dating. Like, they're not going to be a complete stranger like when you first meet. Like, you may actually already know them. They might be connected to your inner circle somehow. or that's how, that's how they're going to be brought into your life, is through like work, through your social circle, maybe through friends or family or something like that, okay? Here we got influence. It could very well be that someone is going to try and set you guys up, like together. Not like a blind date, but people are going to like try and play Cupid. Then we got strings. Like they're going to try and pull some strings to get the two of you together. Then we also have chemistry. Now I am picking up with the strings card too, you guys, that you are, there may be remnants that you're still working through, and that may be why like the two of you may be acquaintances, like they haven't stepped towards you. Maybe they know that you kind of have this situation going on and they're just waiting for you to be able to like heal before they'll come forward. But I really feel like them hanging back, like the two of you are going to know about each other, for a minute before you guys actually go on a date or do anything like that. But once you do start talking in that way, like the chemistry is going to be undeniable, and you may actually feel this chemistry with them before you even start dating. Like you'll know the chemistry is there. It's just you're so embroiled in this karmic situation. That's where all your energy is at. But when you're able to get over this energy from this karmic situation and you're in this state of freedom and you've moved on and all that good stuff, and you're changing your patterns and you're feeling balanced, that's when you're really able to recognize, oh my gosh, this person, this might be my person. You know what I mean? And it's gonna feel really good. I feel like it's gonna feel really good, because you're so fearful. I feel like most of you are feeling really fearful that you're not going to be able to feel with anyone else what you feel with this karmic. So when you actually get into or meet this person, it's almost like a breath of fresh air. Like you feel relieved, like, oh wow, like that's kind of like the catalyst to really help you close the chapter on this person for good, because you're like, oh, okay, well I can feel that for other people. You know what I mean? So I don't think that you have to be, like I said earlier, 100% detached from this karmic before this person actually enters your life. This person may actually help you close the door on that karmic for good, because you're like, oh, well, I can feel like that for somebody, and I can feel like that for someone who is actually, not toxic. All right, let's get 3 cards for pile 2, please. All right, so we got Quartz. That might be you. We also have the Scythe. And then we've got Purity and Honesty. See if I can clarify the Woman card. Okay, so you may be in a third-party situation with the feminine energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be a woman or a female, but it's possible like your karmic, like you're in the middle of something with your karmic where they might be with somebody else. They might have you in a third party where they're seeing you and somebody else at the same time. But like the universe is like, that's coming to an end. This is where this Knight of Swords energy is coming with the High Priestess in reverse. Like if you don't end it yourself, the universe is going to do it for you. But not to fear, because what that's going to do, I got the thing, like I need to separate these cards, because cutting this person out of your life finally, I feel like it's going to feel very cleansing. It won't feel like it at first, because it's, it's going to activate and trigger a lot of soul level wounds, but really you have to understand what's going on energetically as you're being cleansed. Okay? And so that's just more confirmation. Like I really feel, you guys, like the universe is going to great lengths to get you ready and in a space to receive your future spouse. And it's hard because, you know, I can see you kind of dragging your feet with it, and I totally understand this because I went through that myself. Like, the universe literally had to, you know, move on my behalf by moving somebody else into, you know, my ex-husband's sight in order for us to finally close that karmic chapter. And it hurt like hell, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. It brought up a lot of soul level wounding. I mean, all my soul level wounds. I thought I had healed up to that point, but clearly I didn't, because, you know, the feelings that I was feeling when he, you know, got with somebody else clearly let me know that yes, I did do some healing, but it wasn't completed. Okay, so this is just kind of the universe letting you know, if this hasn't happened yet, this is probably what's going to end up happening. Like, if your person isn't with someone else and you guys are still doing that back and forth dance, and you've been having this nudge, this inner guidance nudging you to close the chapter on this one, it's like, if you don't do it yourself, then the universe is going to move on your behalf and move somebody else, you know, maybe another karmic pattern, because you guys, if this person is toxic and they're not doing the work, all they're going to do is attract somebody else that they're going to be toxic to. Okay, but like, the universe is going to move somebody into, you know, this karmic's path to get their attention off you, so that you can do the healing that you need to do to prepare yourself for the real true love of your life. Okay, and if you are currently going through this situation where your karmic is with somebody else with this feminine energy, and you're in a third party situation where they're seeing both of you at the same time and you're having a really difficult time, your higher self is saying that person was put into your karmic's path to get your karmic out of your way, because you weren't doing it yourself. And now it's almost like, you know, the universe gave you space to do it yourself, and you didn't. So that's what had to be done, because you truly do, from a very deep sense, you want the true love of your life. You want what's in your best and highest good. But, you know, ego wounds and abandonment wounds, those are very difficult to deal with. And it's like a drug. It's like an addiction, right? I totally understand that because I went through it myself. All right. Let's look at some shadow work that might help you to kind of give you guidance on where to start, you guys. Pile 2. Blocks to their future spouse. Pile 2, blocks to their future spouse. Yeah, feeling empty, a lack of fulfillment. Let's see, where can I put these? I'll just put those there for now. And then we got damper and influence. So I'll just get these pulled. Let's get 2 more cards out, and then I'll explain what I'm sensing. Let's get 2 more cards. All right. Intimacy and boundaries. And then we also have character and support. Okay. Straight up, what's coming up is like, you need to be your own best friend. Like, everything you're wishing that this person would be for you, you need to be that for yourself first. And I do, and like, with this lack of fulfillment, and like, you guys, I feel the void. I really do. I know what that's like. I feel, and that's why you're having such a hard time moving on, is because this person's absence in your life is leaving like this feeling of emptiness, and you don't know how to fill it. You know what, you guys, I need to do a video of that, because I actually went through that myself. The tools that I regularly talk about on this channel, the Sedona method and loving what is, when I was going through this situation with my soon-to-be ex-husband, I was able to fill that feeling of emptiness, and I did it in a way that was healthy. I didn't fill voids with drugs or drinking or food or alcohol, you know, dating or anything like that. There's nothing wrong with dating, but I wasn't dating to try to find somebody to fill that void. Okay. And I really feel like this person, like they're, I don't know if they've completely cut things off with you, if they've ghosted you, or if you maybe, you know, finally were able to cut things off with them. But it's like their communication with you really has a huge impact on what your day and what your mood is going to be like. Like, that's kind of where you're at. You're having a hard time with boundaries and stuff like that. Like, you really want to show up for yourself in a way where you are your best friend, but your abandonment wound feels very, very strong. Maybe it's not an abandonment wound. It could be a wound of like not feeling good enough, low self-image, low self-worth, you know, stuff like that. And there's tools and resources available, you guys, that you can get your hands on that is going to help you learn how to deal with these things. Learn how to detach from this toxic person that you are attached to. Okay? I know exactly what you're going through. It didn't take me long to emotionally and mentally detach from my soon-to-be ex-husband, but prior to that, because I didn't have the tools, you know, the relationship that I was in prior to him, and it took me 8 years. 8 years, and I don't want that for you guys. I don't want you to be in the situation where your karmic person moved on and, you know, you're still stuck, you know, having a hard time moving on because there's a part of you that believes you're never going to find someone that'll ever make you feel that way again. Okay, because that's a lie. You are going to have somebody that makes you feel like that again. You're going to have an incredible chemistry with them. It's just, yeah, it's just, I keep hearing abandonment wound. For most of you, it's an abandonment wound. And those even tie into not feeling good enough. And that's why, you know, you're probably feeling empty inside, or maybe you're calling it a void or something like that. Protected. You are safe and divinely guided. So what I'm actually hearing with this card, you guys, is your union with your future spouse is protected. That's why it's like if you're dragging your feet and you haven't been able to end this karmic thing on your own, that's why the universe stepped in and is doing it for you. Because I really feel, for some reason, you guys, for the universe to go through that kind of those kinds of measures to bring you and your, you know, your future spouse together, there has to be something very significant about your union in order for the universe to be moving on in this behalf. And it could also just be that you are, without knowing it, or it could be your higher self too, manifesting and working in tandem with the universe to bring this person in. Okay? We got forgiveness. Forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. Let's get one more. I'm actually hearing 2 more. Okay, let's get 2 more. If you can look at this karmic situation, if you can look at it from a 35,000 foot view, look at it as, a, you know, like it triggered. This karmic situation is triggering a lot of karmic wounds. Karmic wounds from maybe past lives, from your childhood, soul level wounds, things like that. And not, you know, like this person was never meant to be, you know, your lifelong partner. They were meant to, whether your soul contracted with their soul before you incarnated here, or whether it was just what was in your vibe and what's in their vibe just attracted you to each other. But look at it as this person brought out the deepest, darkest fears in you so that you could heal those and get those out of your vibe, so that you and your real love of your life could align and they could be manifested in your life. Okay, that's going to help you really put things into perspective, help you to forgive yourself, because it's difficult healing soul level wounds, because you have to feel those things, you have to think those things have to come into your conscious awareness in order for you to be able to heal them, right? It's not easy. And that'll help you really put this karmic situation to bed forever. It'll help you forgive them, because at some point you are going to realize that there was something bigger at work here, okay? Them leaving or getting themselves into a third-party situation had nothing to do with your worth. It had everything to do with what was in your energy field, what was in their energy field that attracted the two of you together, and then the universe stepping in on your behalf to get you on track to where you're supposed to be heading. Here we go, out we leap of faith. It's safe to make the move you're considering. Okay, it's safe to end things with this person for good. You know, that goes right with the Fool right there. That's what you're having to do. Like, you're in the middle of a transition. You don't know what the future holds. You know, there's some fear there, but it's like, take that leap of faith anyway, and just keep it in your heart and in your mind that beauty awaits you. And just remember, like, the universe would not be going to these lengths to bring another karmic person into your karmic person's path to clear them out of the way so that you and your future spouse could be together. Okay? There's a reason why all of that is happening, and it's happening for you, not to you. All right? All right, pile 2. Those were your messages. I hope they brought you healing. Hope they brought you closure. If you enjoyed these messages, do me a favor and please smash the like button, comment, share, subscribe if you feel led to do so. And I will be meeting you guys again for another reading. Love you. Hi, pile 3. If you chose the Malachite and Chrysocolla stone, this is going to be your reading. And I hope I said that right. I don't know if it's Chrysocolla or Chrysocolla. Tomato, I don't know. Anyway, so what we're going to be talking about today, you guys, is your journey to your future spouse. All right, so we are going to be looking at, we may be picking up on some past energies, like what has led you to this point, but really what we're going to be looking at is this point where you're at now, like the path that is leading you, that you're going to be on, that's leading you into the path of your future spouse, like, you know, that point where you guys meet. And then of course we're going to be looking at, you know, the moment the two of you meet. Like, it's going to be kind of like a guidepost to let you know, like, what's going to be happening in your life at the time that you meet your future spouse. Okay, all right, pile 3. Show me pile 3's journey to their future spouse. Pile 3's journey to their future spouse. All right. Let's get 6 cards for pile 3, please. Pile 3's journey. Show me pile 3's journey to their future spouse. We got the 10 of Wands reversed. What else we got? That's too many. These cards are you guys stubborn? Because these cards are being stubborn. We got the 3 of Wands reversed. All right, and then we got the Knight of Cups reversed, the 7 of Pentacles reversed. We got the Ace of Swords popping out right upright. Oh, and the 2 of Cups. All right. I feel like you guys are preoccupied with responsibilities right now. Or at the point where you meet your future spouse, that's what's going to be going on. For some of you, I'm hearing that you're thinking that in order for you to manifest your future spouse in, like, you have to have all your shit together, and that's not true. In fact, I mean, a lot of the times too, like our future spouse, our soulmates and stuff like that can actually come in to help kind of balance everything out. But you're going to be in the middle of like really dealing with a lot of burden, a lot of responsibilities and overwhelm. And because the 10 of Wands is reversed, it may feel like I don't want to say like you're wasting your time. Like that's how you're going to feel. Like you're going to feel like, is this worth it? Like is all this work and effort that I'm putting into this, is it worth it? And it may be in a relationship, you guys, with somebody who maybe has a tendency to love bomb, is very hot and cold, very fire and ice, you know, fire one moment, ice the next moment, very emotionally immature. Like I am saying, like I'm sensing like this person means what they say when they are, you know, coming forward to you, like, you know, and then it's just their mind, like their emotions just change on a whim. And I feel like this feeling of responsibility and burden and overwhelm is really connected to this person or this relationship. Like you're going to be like at the moment or the time where it's getting very close for your future spouse to come in, you're gonna be at a point with this situation where you're going to be like, you're almost gonna, like I'm hearing fed up. Like you will have been taking stock of all the energy and the effort that you've been putting into this person and into this relationship, and you're just gonna be like, no. Like it's not worth it. Not that the person is not worth it, but the situation, it's just like it's going nowhere. You're putting in so much work and so much effort, and it's not getting you anywhere with this person. Like the more work you put in, the harder and faster they run away. And so what's going to end up happening is a moment of clarity is going to be coming, where you're going to be realizing it's like, this person is not my soulmate, they're possibly a karmic, and there's a feeling of just like, it's done. I'm not saying that you have to reach that point by the time your future spouse comes in, but that's around the time. Like when you've reached that point, that clears the path for your future spouse to come in. All right, let's get some more information for pile 3, please. Freedom, again, this one popped out for pile number 2. So yeah, you're going to be cutting this person off. This person, and you guys, I feel like you guys are fairly healthy in a sense where I don't necessarily feel like this is a karmic connection with this person. It was just, you're that kind of person where you're like, you put your all into something, and before you can really separate and, you know, call it quits, is like you want to make sure you've tried everything first, so that when you call it quits, it's like, you know, you've done everything that you could, right? And so you will. So at the point where you've chosen to cut this person off, your conscience is going to be clear. Like you're not going to be feeling any sense of guilt or anything like that, because you've literally I feel like you've pulled all the weight in the relationship. And you're going to be free from it. Free from this person and free from this situation. I don't necessarily feel like it's a karmic, because I feel like you guys have a very healthy approach to it. It's not that you were staying with this person out of like low self-esteem or anything like that. You're just very loyal and very committed. And you're like, I'm going to stick it out. I'm going to do everything that I can. I'm going to make sure that I've dotted all my, you know, I's and crossed all my T's. That way, when I do end it, I know that it wasn't for a lack of trying everything. And you did. And you're finally going to get to a point where you're like, I've tried everything, I'm done. Right? And so, yes, you may love this person, you may care about this person and stuff like that, but you're going to sever this relationship with a clear conscience, okay? Like, it's not going to be keeping you up at night. All right. Pile 3, journey to their future spouse. Pile 3 is journey to their future spouse. We got 2 cards coming out. So we've got hidden gifts, coupled with self-care. Oh, neat. Okay, so I'm trying to flesh out the message that's wanting to come through. Like, definitely, like, after this ends, right? Okay, so you are, I love your guys' energy, seriously, because I feel like you're the kind of person who, you're not really somebody that has to just be in a, like, once you get out of one relationship, you need to go jump in the other. I actually feel like maybe you may have been like that in the past, but I feel like this time around it's different. Maybe you've done a lot of healing, maybe you've done a lot of shadow work, but you've gotten yourself to a point where you realize, you know, you need to heal and process the end of this relationship. Even though mentally and emotionally you're in a pretty good place, you still realize, like, okay, you know, I still need to take some time out from getting into another relationship and really take care of myself, because you spent so much of your energy focusing your energy on this person and on this relationship. It's like, I feel like you're going to take a break from dating and actually date yourself. Like, you're going to take yourself out on dates. You know, you might be trying new hobbies, and that's going to kind of lead you to maybe a gift that you didn't know that you had, like a hidden talent or a hidden gift or something like that. And this hidden gift or this hidden talent is going to really add to your sense of self-fulfillment. And this hidden gift may even guide you and your future spouse together. Like, I'm sensing for many of you, whatever this hidden gift is, it's going to put you on the path to meeting your future spouse. Interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, let's talk about the moment you guys meet. Let's talk about the moment they meet. The moment they meet. Pile 3 meets their future spouse. Woo! We got, there comes freedom again. Yeah, you're just going to be in a space where you're completely free. Like, there's no guilt, nothing. There's just, you've put this situation or this past relationship where it belongs, and it's just like, you're not looking back. You're in a space where it's just, it's all about you. You're being your own best friend. You know, you're being your own best boyfriend or girlfriend. It's like you're treating yourself how you expect someone else to treat you, right? So, but we got freedom coming out again. So that's like, whoa. We got influence. Oh, wow. Influence and gifts. Was this pile 1? We had pile 2 had freedom. I can't remember. Pile 1 or pile 2 had gifts and influence. I can't remember which one it was. So, but then here we got hidden gifts here again. So I really am feeling, you guys, the point at which your future spouse, like what's really going to mark like the countdown for you meeting your future spouse, is something having to do with hidden gifts or hidden talents, or maybe reviving a gift that you've had but you haven't been practicing. Like, maybe you were into dancing, and during this time of self-care, that's what you're going to be getting back into. Maybe there was an instrument you used to play, or maybe you used to sing, and you're going to get back into that because it brings you joy and it makes you feel good about yourself, which is all of what self-care is. Self-care isn't just reparenting yourself. Self-care is also doing things that make you feel good about yourself. But there's something that you're going to do that makes you feel good about yourself. That's either it's a gift or a talent that's being revived, or it's something completely new, like you never even knew you had. Like, wow, I didn't know that I could draw like that. I didn't know I could paint like that. Wow, I didn't know that I could, sing like that. You know what I mean? And so, but it's at that point that marks, that's when the countdown begins, like, when you're going to meet your future spouse. We got gifts coming out twice. So, I mean, that's like heavy. What's coming through about influence? Your spirit guides, their hands are all in this. Your higher self, the universe, however you want to look at it. They're all in this. Like, I feel like you're being guided. Maybe like you're just kind of following intuitive nudges, and maybe you don't even realize that's what it is, but maybe you're getting an urge to, a sudden urge to go take singing lessons, or a sudden urge to go, try belly dance or something like that. And that is actually your higher self or your spirit guides nudging you and kind of, influencing you to go in the right direction. Interesting. And maybe to you guys, like, there's a freedom that you're having, that you're experiencing outside of this connection that you weren't able to experience when you were with them. And so maybe that's part of it too, is like you weren't able to, focus on painting or focus on whatever this gift is. And now that that person is out of your life, it's like that's going to be able to flourish. Here we got roads. We also have new beginnings and innocence. I feel like this hidden gift that's going to be putting you right on their path. And then we got a bouquet, joy and surprise. Wow. So there's so at some point, I don't know right now if it has anything to do with the ending of, whatever situation you're in now. But there seems like at some point, there's a decision that's going to have to be made, like a fork in the road, and then you can go this way or you can go this way. And you're going to choose the new beginning. Like, you can either continue going down the path that you've been going on, or you can go this new way over here. Like this old one is familiar. This new one, it's not. But it's like you're done with what's familiar. You want to go see what is down this new path. And that new path that you guys are going down or choose to go down, not only is it a new beginning, but it leads you to a very joyful, a beautiful surprise. It's going to lead you to your future spouse. So I don't know if some of you are just kind of needing that confirmation from the universe or from your higher self or from your guides that it's okay to, when you come to that fork in the road, to leave that situation and to go this way. It's like, yes, because they're letting you know the new route, that the new beginning, the new path is going to lead you straight to feeling joy, feeling, excitement and stuff like that. Okay. Let's see if there's any shadow work for those of you that still need to be done. Nope. Oh, that's way too many. That's funny that I kind of got an inkling from you guys from the very beginning that you're kind of stubborn. It's not stubborn. So what I was picking up on, what is it? You're steady. You're not flighty, which is why, at the first hint of trouble with this person, you didn't just leave. You're like, no, I'm going to stick this out. And this may have been somebody, you could have been married to this person. Maybe you were engaged, but you made some kind of a commitment to them. And you're like, I take my commitments seriously. And maybe you've been told by people, several times, like, you need to leave, you got to drop this person. You're like, and it's like, okay, but I still need to, try different, there's still some things I need to do before I can actually do that. I don't really feel like it was coming from a place of toxicity, other than it was just like, you needed to see for yourself. You're like, I have to try everything. I got to try counseling. I got to try this. I got to try that, So it wasn't so much stubbornness, although I'm picking up Taurus energy, honestly. Bullheaded. But it's just that, you take commitment very seriously. And you're like, you're not just going to give up at the first sign of trouble. Here we got exit strategy and avoidance. Let's get a couple more cards. I honestly don't think most of you guys don't have a lot of shadow work left to do in terms of manifesting your future spouse in. Here's the overwhelm, yeah, with that Ten of Wands reversed, and then we've got perception and camouflage. And so really all that's coming through is just like, you know, you don't have to try anything else. It's like you're being given permission to go ahead and exit stage left right now. I mean, if you feel like you'll be more at peace if you try maybe a couple more things, like maybe your last ditch effort is to try and go get counseling, that's fine. If it puts your mind and your soul at ease, go ahead and try that. But it's like I can already feel like you guys are already getting yourself into a mental and an emotional space where it's like you're checking out, you're getting ready to leave, because you already know you've tried everything from A, you know, through Y, and now you only have Z left to do, right? And so, yeah, I mean, I really feel like you guys are pretty much there. I'm not getting a lot of, you know, toxic attachment issues with you guys. It's just more that you're being stubborn. You know what I mean? You're just like, nope, I got to try everything so that when I leave this relationship, I know that I've done everything that I can. I put in everything that I could, you know, so that way when you leave, you can leave with a clear conscience, you know. And I dig that. I really do. Let's get 4 cards for pile 3, please. I don't think this reading was as long as the last 2. Yeah. We got regret. Someone feels remorse for the way they treated you. See, this was in pile 2, so there's a lot of synchronistic cards in this pile. So if you may have been drawn to pile 2, there may be some messages in there for you, okay? We also have unavailable. This person is unable to give you all you deserve. Interference. An external party is intruding on this relationship. Let's get one more. Trust. It is safe to trust in this situation. Okay, so there's a couple of things, you guys, that's coming through. This is just more confirmation, more something to ease your soul about going ahead and severing ties with this person. Like, they're not, it doesn't matter what you do. They're not in a space to receive from you like that, and they're not in a space to give you what you need. For some of you, I don't, you know, this may or may not resonate for many of you, but there may be a third party involved, and that might be the last straw for you. Or maybe this is something that you've had to deal with off and on. But this could simply mean for the vast majority of you that this person is interfering with your future spouse coming in. Okay? And you guys, you know, thankfully, it's not going to matter because you've tried everything in the book to try to, you know, make it work with this person. When you do leave and you sever ties with them, you know, to put yourself in an aligned path with your real future spouse, this person is going to feel regret. They will. They're going to regret, you know, not stepping up to the plate and stuff like that. And something's telling me that they have a feeling like you'd always be around. They never thought that they would truly lose you. But it's okay. And I feel like you know that. Like, you already know, because you've dotted all your I's, you've crossed all your T's, you've done everything that you can do. And when you leave this situation, there's no regret or remorse on your part. There will be on their part, though, because, you know, they effed around for too much for too long, and they lost a good thing. And they're going to know it. They're going to know it. And so you can trust in the fact that you gave it your all. You gave 100%, if not more. And I just really feel like you guys are in a really good place with ending this. And it's safe to go down the new path. But I feel like you guys already know that. I really do. All right, pile 3, those were your messages. I hope that, you know, I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, do me a favor and push the like button, comment, share, subscribe if you feel led to do so. And I look forward to reading again for you guys very soon. Thanks for watching pile 3. Hi, pile 4. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you chose the Smoky Quartz, look at that beauty. Doesn't she feel so like grounding and feels so calming and grounding and centering. If you chose this palm stone, the Smoky Quartz palm stone, this is going to be your reading. And what we're going to be talking about today, you guys, is I'm already getting a message coming through for you. Hold on, give me a second. I'm like, oh my gosh, stop talking. All right, I'm having a hard time with this intro because anyway. All right, so we're going to be talking about your journey to your future spouse. And so, holy crap. All right. So what we're going to be looking at, we might be touching on some past points, but really what we're going to be looking at is the point where you're at now and the journey, the path that you're going to be on as it's guiding you to the path of your future spouse. And so it's going to kind of give us an idea of what's going to be going on in your life at the point when you meet them, okay? And then we'll also be getting some information about, the moment or the time that you meet your future spouse, like what's going to be happening, how are you guys going to be feeling, and some stuff like that, okay? If you guys are having a hard time like with feeling grounded, like if you're steeped in anxiety, worry for some reason, there's at the filming of this energy, you guys, I can't even talk. At the filming of this video, there is a lot of energy going on that is really causing us to purge mental and emotional toxicity. And so if you find yourself lost in your head a lot, like just looping with mental patterns and stuff like that, you really need to do something that makes you feel grounded and centered, okay? That's coming through very, very strongly. See, like I'm having a hard time even finding my words, which is not like me. I'm a Sagittarius, but the Sagittarius Mercury, like, yeah, that don't happen. Okay, here we go. Let's get to work. Pile 4, journey to their future spouse. Show me pile 4's journey to their future spouse, please. Get 6 cards for pile 4. That's too many. I feel like your energies are very, very scattered for some reason. But look, we got the World. Okay, good deal. Let's get a couple more cards. That's way too many. Let's get 5 more cards for pile 4, please. Pile 4, pile 4. Journey to their future spouse. Yep, okay. Huge karmic, and that might be what's causing you to feel so ungrounded. I feel like you've been knocked off center. That's what's coming through. Like you've been knocked off center. What's coming through, you guys, is that you've completed, or you are completing, a major karmic cycle. When I say karmic, like this is soulmate level stuff, okay? This is something like with the Lovers reversed. I feel like this is broken up. Like you're in separation from somebody who may have been like who is a karmic connection for you, like a soul level karmic connection, like your soul and their soul contracted together to have this experience before you even reincarnated, okay? And that is coming to an end. It's like that karmic cycle is completed, but it's left, like it's knocked you off center, okay? And so there really is kind of this call from your higher self to oh good, we got the Ace of Wands. Like good news is coming, a renewed sense of passion. Like let me just get the rest of these cards out. See, like the last 3 piles, you guys, I just laid out all the cards and then I interpreted it. But for some reason, there's a sense of urgency coming through with this pile. Like they're wanting to talk. They don't want me to, like, the universe or your guides are just, they're like, no, they need to know this now. And I'm like, let me get the cards out. Oh my gosh. Woo. All right, we got the Chariot reversed. We got, look at all these major arcana, you guys. This is, yeah. Woo. I feel like your spirit guides have been trying to get a message through to you that's like very, very urgent. Give me a second, you guys. I'm trying to decipher what they're trying to tell me. Oh, I got the shivers. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm just going to tell it like it is. All right. All right, you guys. So if you're dragging your feet about letting, you know, because I know like when karmic situations like that happen, they trigger a lot inside of us, right? And so the message that you're being given is that you can either end this connection yourself, you know, end the connection yourself, or fate, the universe, your higher self, their higher self is going to have to end it for you. And it's not going to, like, you may not feel good now, but if the universe has to end it for you, it's going to feel even worse. Okay. I really feel like you guys are feeling stuck, or maybe you just are stuck. There is a new beginning that is wanting to come in, and it's difficult for you to let go of this karmic connection. It's very, very difficult for you to let go of this karmic connection. You may have a false impression that this karmic is somehow meant to be with you for the rest of your life. And that could just be maybe something that you're trying to tell yourself in order to help yourself get through the pain of this cycle ending. Like, it may even be a situation where the two of you are still somewhat together, but it's in the middle of breaking down and you're at a point where you know it needs to end and you are resisting it. Okay? A new energy is wanting to come in, though, like a renewed sense of passion, a renewed sense of creativity, a renewed sense of motivation is so wanting to come in, but there's this block that's keeping it from being able to fully manifest into your experience. And if left up to fate, it's not going to be pretty. And not because the universe doesn't love you, but often when we are ignoring the signs and we are ignoring like the calling of our higher self and the urges of our inner guide, the universe has to step in. Like, if we can't deviate from this path, if we can't depart from this path and realign ourselves to the right one, the universe will come in and do it for us. And there's multiple different ways that the universe can do that, but it's going to hurt a lot more. It may even put you in a position where I'm hearing left out in the cold. It'll leave you feeling like there's never enough. Like, I feel like you're going to feel cut off. Like, and that's the worst thing that you could feel. Like, it'd be better if you would cut off, not the other person. I don't know, like, sometimes the universe moves in that way by putting somebody else, like this person getting into a relationship with somebody else. Maybe this person could end up having to move away for some reason. For some of you, take this if it resonates. Only if it resonates, okay? This is a general reading, but it is coming through. So, you know, this person may end up going to jail or something like that. But something is going to happen to separate the two of you, And it's just like your guides are telling you, just do it yourself. Like, don't wait for the universe to do it. The universe isn't wanting to hurt you. Okay, that's not the point. The point is you have a path that you yourself chose to go on, and you're having a hard time aligning to it because you're having a hard time letting this go. Okay, and the universe or your guides are like, just let this go so this new energy can come in, so you can be unstuck, and then you can get back on track to where you're supposed to be. And then if you do that, you guys, I'm hearing this Empress energy can be turned around, and then you'll be in a state of abundance where you're always feeling like you're being provided for and taken care of, and you're just in this mental and emotional state where you're not having to worry about anything. You know, nothing is in, you're not in any state of lack. There's gonna be more than enough love, more than enough finances, more than enough of anything that you could ever want or need. But that is only if you take the initiative and you sever ties with this person, okay, and do whatever needs to be done to do it. Because I can feel the draw. Trust me, I know this is hard for you. I can feel it, which is why your guides are coming through so strong. It's like from the minute I held this, it was like urgent, 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 and I'm like, can I like get through the intro first? And this is why it's like they don't want you to suffer any more than what you have to. Like, it's hard enough going through a breakup, especially when it's a soul level karmic connection. They don't want the universe to have to step in on your behalf, because those types of interventions rarely feel good, okay? And so that was the urgency that was coming through for you guys. Yeah, and it's going to require you to stay centered, because I do feel like something about this connection and it has you feeling off center, like it's knocked you off your center. And your guides are really wanting you to work on that, to learn how to be centered in yourself, how to get centered in your own self-worth, to get centered on your own capabilities and abilities to provide for yourself, whatever that means. So that the ending of this relationship, like basically get all your ducks in a row, okay? And stay centered and stay grounded. Stay grounded in your own self-worth, stay grounded in your own capabilities, and stay grounded in your own sense of self-empowerment. You can do anything you put your mind and your heart to, especially when your mind and your heart are aligned. That's what puts you in the Empress energy, in the upright position, okay? All right, my goodness. Let's see, what else do we got for you? Pile 4. Journey to your future spouse. Journey to your future spouse. Pile 4. Oh, we got a couple of cards. All right. So we've got, ooh, life purpose. Okay. Oh, and then we got love. That's kind of juicy. Okay, so I don't know if you guys, and this may be part of what's going to help ground you. Maybe you have no idea what your life purpose is supposed to be, and what's coming through you guys is the reason why you're having a hard time connecting with the life purpose is because all of your energy, your vital force energy, which is your creative, your manifesting energy, is being drained or focused over here and not over here. Like if you, I'm hearing self-love. Okay, so when you are finally able to walk away from this, the immediate thing you need to do is focus on self-love, and that self-love is going to guide you right to your life purpose, because all of the energy that you were focusing on here, you've refocused on yourself, right? And so self-love is more than just self-care. It's, you know, doing anything and everything that makes you feel good about yourself, that makes you feel good about your worth, that makes you feel worthy, that makes you feel capable, that makes you feel abundant, stuff like that. And in that, because all of your vital force energy is focused back on yourself, it's like your manifesting abilities are going to be able to skyrocket. And so if one of the things that you're wanting to manifest is the discovery of your life purpose, or the ability to live your life purpose out, like that's what's going to be happening. That's going to help draw your future spouse into your experience. Okay. Ooh, that was quick. What do we got? Oh, transformation. Look, oh, we got 2 cards. Dang. We got transformation. Your guides are just talking. And then we got sacrifice, and that's probably what it feels like you're having to sacrifice something in order to end this relationship. But however you want to do that, or however you want to view that, just know that whatever it is you're having to sacrifice, as you know, in order to sever ties with this person, is going to lead you into transformation. And I'm actually hearing whatever you have to give up here will be restored to you, will be restored back to you tenfold. Okay? So it's safe to walk away from this connection. You may have to sacrifice something initially, but it will be restored to you. Okay? So don't worry about that. I know it's easier said than done, right? All right, let's look at the moment that pile... Wow. Let's look at the moment that pile 4 meet their future spouse. When pile 4, the moment that they meet their future spouse. So we got control popping out. This person that you're embroiled with may have a hard time letting you go as well. We got forgiveness. So we got control, forgiveness, friendship, and chemistry. Okay, there's 2 different messages coming here through you guys. Interesting. Okay, so just remember, this is a general reading. Okay, so only take which one that resonates. For some of you, it's almost synchronistic. Like, I feel like it's possible either this person or somebody else from your past may come back into your experience. But it's only going to be after, you know, of course, they've done their healing. You've done the healing. The 2 of you have been able to really forgive each other. You're able to be friends first. And that might be why, and that's a lot of the reasons why a lot of relationships don't work out, is because you stopped being friends, or you never really were friends before you got into a romantic relationship. And then, like, the chemistry between the 2 of you can be rekindled. Now, that's for some of you, okay? The other message is that at the time that you meet your future spouse, you're still gonna be kind of in some kind of a tug of war with this person, with this karmic situation here. There's some kind of a, and it may be like when you meet your future spouse, this, your, I guess you can call him X or whatever you want to call him at the point in time, they're going to try to step in to control the situation in some way, shape, or form. But on your end, you're going to be you're already going to be in a state of forgiveness. Like, you would have already been able to put things into perspective as to why you had this experience with this karmic, right? So mentally and emotionally, it's like you're healing. You're not completely healed yet, and it doesn't feel like the door is completely closed on this person. And so when this person, your future spouse, comes in, because you're still in the middle of healing, it's like the 2 of you are friends first, but there is a chemistry there with that person. but you are at least advanced enough in your healing journey to know, like, I can't get into this relationship with this person right now, because the two of you share a friendship where it's very genuine, and you're like, I genuinely don't want to risk the friendship because I am not yet done closing the door on this. Like, I really feel like when this person comes into your experience, your future spouse, you're on the road to that. Like, you're on the way. You're working through clearing things out of your energy field. You're cutting cords. You're, you know, reformatting your belief systems. You're clearing out emotional trauma and baggage, and you're getting into a very good space with it. But there's still, I feel like, a tug of war between you and this karmic going on, which is why when your future spouse comes in, it's like, it's not anything where you guys just start dating right off the bat. The two of you are actually friends first, okay? And you kind of are, I feel like you're going to be very protective of the friendship. They probably will be too. But like, you know, and the chemistry is there. Like, I feel like this person, your future spouse, is actually, they are level-headed enough and smart enough, and realize too that this is actually best for the two of you to be friends, even though I feel like they're gonna want to date you right off the bat because they're going to be very attracted to you. But they're going to respect where you're at in your healing journey. I actually feel that they're going to be very self-aware too. They may be very into shadow work, although they may not be calling it shadow work, but they're very much into, like, they're very aware of mindset, and they're very aware of emotional trauma and stuff like that, and healing. And so they're going to respect where you're at on your journey, and they're more than happy to be friends first, because they know that that's where the solid foundation of any kind of romantic relationship starts, okay? But the chemistry is going to be there for both of you from the jump. All right, let's talk about some shadow work that still needs to be done. We've got uncertainty. Yeah, we got withdrawal, grief, and disconnected. Let's get, do we want one more or two more? Ghost and vanish. Okay. And then we got choices and anxiety. Yeah, you just need to withdraw your energy from this karmic. Like, what's coming through is something will end up happening where they're like immediately removed from your experience. Like, it's like it could blindside you if you don't do it yourself. I shouldn't say hate. I mean, it is what it is. This is like information that your guides are wanting you to know. I wish it wasn't so heavy. But your guides are really in protective mode of you right now, because they love you and they adore you so much. And so they're just kind of letting you know, like, they know what it can do to you if all of a sudden this person just stops being a part of your experience, whether it's because they get into a relationship with somebody else and then all of a sudden it's just like they cut you off, or they end up having to move and the two of you just all of a sudden have nothing, or whatever, you know what I mean? Anything like that. But it feels sudden. Like, if you don't take the initiative and sever this tie yourself, it's going to be severed for you, and it's going to be in a way that could further traumatize you mentally and emotionally if you still have those soul level wounds that you're not healing yet, or you haven't been able to heal yet. I mean, and again, I don't want you to think it's the universe, like, being mean or anything like that, but it's almost like you're on a timer, right? And it's like it's ticking down. It's like, you know, the closer you get, there's going to be a point of no return where if you don't do it yourself, then I don't want to say like you're going to miss meeting your future spouse, but it could very well be like where it delays it longer than it needs to be, in a sense of your future spouse could end up meeting somebody else and then be with that person for a while, and then you've got years to wait before the opportunity comes around for the two of you to finally be together. And it's like the universe is not wanting that to happen. It's like it's your time with them now, not anybody else. But you know, because we have free will, if you're if you're stubborn and you don't, you know, take the initiative yourself, then you know the universe is going to step in and do it for you, right? I hope you understand that. I hope you're seeing it the way that it's meant to be. I hope you're receiving it the way that it's meant to be received. The universe is wanting to do this for you, not to you, okay? And so the reason why that would happen is because if it didn't happen that way, then it could be years, 5 years, 10 years before yours and your future spouse's path could meet again, okay? And who knows, you know, what could happen in 5 or 10 years. And so it's just like, this is the best timeline to be on. If you would be able, you know, to sever the, you know, to close the door and close the chapter on this karmic situation of your own accord, you're just going to save yourself so much more. Like, you won't have to be healing from anything else. It's just that, right? All right, let's see. Let's get some more cards. Journey to your future spouse. Oh, so we got man, or masculine energy, and then we got the fox. Whoa. Let's get one more card out. One more card. And we got loyalty. So yeah, I feel like your person might be the more masculine dominant energy. I'm not necessarily saying they're male or female. It's just their energy is primarily masculine. So you may be more of the feminine. Tell me, let me get a clarification card for that one. Okay, so we got hope and clarity. You're going to receive, I feel like your guides are so on your team, you guys. You're going to receive some kind of clarity that's going to help you put this situation with this karmic into perspective, and or at the same time, you may even receive downloads or inklings, or you may even know who your future spouse is already, and it's going to be made clear to you, so that'll kind of give you that push that you need to close the door yourself, because otherwise it's going to rob you of something that is everything that you've ever wanted. You know, it's the relationship with your future spouse is going to be like it says, friendship, right? When you think about a dog, you think about the qualities of a dog, you know, that they call it, you know, man's best friend. And then we got the friend, that's right on top of the friendship card there. And so like, yeah, it's like your guides are on your team. The universe is on your team too. But it's like, your guys are just like, I feel like they're working overtime to get all the messages that you need. They're throwing signs at you. Maybe they're throwing synchronicities or giving you like, you know, things galore to try to catch your attention, to give you the information that you need to start moving away from this karmic connection yourself. Because they really don't want you to miss out on who's coming in for you. Okay, they really don't. I don't want you to miss out on it too. All right, let's get a few more cards. So for pile 4, journey to their future spouse. Pile 4, journey to their future spouse. I actually feel like some of you have actually asked for help with this situation. Like, you know, you're having a hard time letting go. And so it's almost like you're asking the universe and your higher self and your guides to do what needs to be done to help you disconnect from this. But it's also one of those things where it's like, well, be careful what you wish for, you know, because the inner healing journey is your own. They cannot take that from you. And so if what's needing to be done is for you, like, you're going to face your inner demons anyway, right? There's no one that the universe can't take that from you. Your spirit guides can't take that from you. So what's going to end up happening is either you're going to face them on your own, or the universe is going to have to step in, and then you'll have no choice but to face them. Okay. So it's almost one of those things like, you asked for it type of thing. Like, be careful what you ask for. But at the same time, it's like, it needs to happen. In order for your future spouse to come in, this door needs to be shut. Not that, you know, and it's just one of those things like, do you want to be embroiled in this thing for another 5 or 10 years? Or do you want this to end because it had to end, and then, you know, you waited too late, and so you have to wait until, you know, your future spouse gets out of this relationship, and then they're ready. You know what I mean? I'm probably talking too much, but you get where I'm coming from. Here we got fate. This is a destined partnership. So yeah, I've already got that feeling like it doesn't matter. I mean, it might, you could hang on longer, you know, without your future, without the universe stepping in, and all that's going to make you do is just delay it for a lot longer. But it doesn't stop your future spouse from being fated to you. Like, it's fated. You and your future spouse are meant to be together. So you're going to end up at that destination one way or another. But especially if you ask your higher self or your spirit guides to help you, you know, close this karmic, it's like, it's almost a sense of, do you really know what you asked for when you asked for that? All right. We got self-care. Clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. Yeah, so it's like getting all of your ducks in a row, okay? Really start working through so I'm seeing some leeway here. So what they're saying is they realize this is a difficult time. It's difficult. And so there's some leeway here where it's like, okay, you know, this has to end. So while you're kind of in this back and forth, why don't you, you know, start reconnecting with old friends or making new friends, start discovering new hobbies, new talents that you like, start reigniting old passions of yours and stuff like that, and start building a life for yourself outside of this karmic connection. Because that's going to help really. It'll be like a buffer to kind of help you disconnect from this person, because you're going to have things and structures in place that you'll be able to turn to when you are in the midst of healing. Okay. And we also have stability. This relationship can stand the test of time. This is why it's like your spirit guides are in the universe. They're really working together, because this is what you want. You want a stable relationship. You want a relationship that can stand the test of time for both of you. And so you, like, think about what a stable relationship is. It's one where the two of you mutually come together and you establish mutual boundaries. You establish mutual needs. And so, you know, your terms and conditions within the relationship are mutually considered. Not everybody wants to be in a monogamous relationship, but it's stable in a sense where if you don't want to be monogamous, they're in agreement with that. Or if you do want to be a monogamous, they're in agreement with that as well. You know what I mean? And so it's stable. And so the two of you are really able to sit down like adults and have adult conversations, talk about your mutual needs and how they can be. And I'm also hearing like the communication between you and your future spouse is going to be on point as well. Like, that may be a lot of the breakdown, like a lot of the issue that you have with this karmic here. And it may just be like, you may have communicated your needs, but they didn't care to hear it. they just weren't in a space to receive it or anything like that. And so like your future spouse, they're all of that and more. And that's why it's like they, you know, they're just wanting you to be able to get down the path with the least amount of, you know, stuff being triggered possible. Okay. All right, pile 4, that was your message. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please do me a favor and click the like button, comment, share, subscribe if you feel led to do so. And I look forward to reading you guys for you again very soon. Thanks for watching, pile 4.